coast of the Irish Sea. I bumped into this old boy here, and wow! Oh, you've done better than me. You've got the stack of shelves there. That's clever.
They were in a cupboard, locked away in the house. And
Yeah.
I thought they come apart. You know, you can get them 4 high and all.
Yeah,
this.
you can do it, stack them as high as you want, but that's good to have 4 high and a desk on top.
Is an actual worktop.
Yeah.
And we got a fella in Pontland, Frice, a little bit up the road between me and Blackwood, that sells second-hand wood of various types, you know, and plyboard. And I've gone up there and got this bit of ply, a 9mm ply, put on the wall there, and all this wood in use from him. I said to him one day, I said, "You don't ever come across worktop?" Ah, he said, "Come by here," and he showed me these 2 pieces, and one was about 10 feet long. I didn't fancy cutting it anyway. I measured this one, and I wanted 46 inches from the wall to here.
Yeah.
And this was 48. I said,
That'll do.
That'll do.
You don't even have to be close to the nearest inch when it with a
a bit
vandal.
of overhang, that's all right.
God, and look at the pine wood at the back there, and you've got storage at the top. You've done so well, sir.
This pine costs arm and a leg.
Yeah. Yeah, it's used for barges, isn't it? That kind of slot and groove.
And it isn't, it ain't that, I don't know, what's the word for it? Strong or whatever? It's almost like balsa wood.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
It's more decorative than structural, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I thought to myself, I've seen a guy with a van same as this, and he put this along here, right? Well, I said, yeah, that would work for me. But then I would have to sleep lengthways. As you see at the moment, I'm sleeping crossways.
Oh, yeah.
And because I'm a short enough fella, is 6 foot width, and I'm 5'8", 5'9". So you know how you do when you're in bed. You normally curl up, but every now and again you feel like stretching yourself out.
Then you go on the diagonal, don't you?
But I can do that in here, so that's all I do. And this bit of carpet by that, Aldi, a quid.
Quid in Aldi?
This green stuff.
Lovely.
A quid. And this stuff,
yeah.
I got more of this. I done the floor in it. It's I should have done the edge here, but I haven't bothered.
You know, it's so good. From there, I actually thought that was an oak wood floor. It looks so good from that angle. There, it's coming up a bit.
Well, all these here, that's essentially a box there. The top comes off it, and I store stuff down inside. I've got a kayak in the back there.
A kayak?
Yeah, an inflatable. I got into it last year, in the early part of the year and into the summer. I was really enjoying it. And then come, I always remember it, November the 5th, Bonfire Day, I had a stroke.
Oh no, I'm sorry, sir.
So that's why I've got this, you know, because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, you're really lucky with that stroke." I said,
You're lucky you've had a stroke.
Well, it could have been a lot worse, you know. Could have had a heart attack or whatever. And a lot of people that I've seen that have had strokes, they're bedridden. And that's the end of them, you know. I had this back November last year. See,
okay.
So no vaccines, no. And the only reason I carry this is, do you know what? Walking sticks are hard to use properly. I gotta remember, you know this army thing about left, right, I gotta think like that when I'm using this. Because you gotta put this first,
yeah,
then that, this is my weak side, see? And then this one a bit forward. And then, you know, but it's my balance. It's on feet. If I was walking around with this, I would end up, I've fallen down twice in the last couple of weeks. In the road, of all places. And I tell you how merciless the road is when you fall on it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can't see it now. I had like about a tennis ball scab on this elbow here. And cut my hands up, and fortunately, I'm on a hill. Fortunately, there was a car coming out and one coming up, and they both stopped either side of me, and two women got out, helped me up to my feet, and made a fuss of me, all this. And
That's good.
this woman said, fortunately, I lived right by where I fell over. She said, let me see you in the house, see you're all right. So that was okay.
So there you are, over 50s. That's how you get women in your house, is you fall over in the street and they'll rescue you.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. And she did say to me, I only live up by you. She said, but there, look, about, 50 yards from me. And I said, oh, I don't know you. And I was hoping she'd come back to the house.
Yeah.
And knock on the door and want to come in.
Yeah, tuck you in or something.
Tuck me in or something. But she did say she was coming back, but she didn't.
God, these women, they just say they'll call and they never do.
But you know what? Yeah. This bed arrangement is good. Let's see if I can show it to you.
Oh, we're getting a van tour, folks. What a treat.
This is a single thing here. See this underneath? See that? The plastic in there?
Oh, that's a mattress topper.
No.
No,
I've got one. I've got a mattress topper that my daughter bought, but I haven't used it yet. There is, what do they call it, a self-inflating camping mattress.
Oh, yeah.
And
no, I'm on one of them. Wait, easy. I'm lucky the door got you there.
I was trying various things out. I went to one place and I asked him for, about 4-inch thick foam, 6 foot by 4 foot. I thought, that's a size few. He said, 60 quid. I went, what? I said, you kidding? I said, no, you must have thought I come up a river on a banana boat. I said, no way will I ever pay that kind of money for a bit of foam. If you just said a tenner, I thought you were ripping me off, but I'd have paid it. But anyway, I left that, I didn't bother with it. And then I'd had that thing, I took all the air out of it, folded it up, put it away in the house for a couple of years. I can't remember what I bought it for. Maybe I was camping. And I bought it. I thought, let's get that thing out, see if it's any good. And it's got a seam down the centre of it, down the lengthway. You can't actually turn it over and make it a single. And then you got about 5 inches thickness. But this way, you can lie on that, and it's just like being on a firm bed. There's nothing hard there that make you want to, it
doesn't cut the blood off to your arms or anything.
No, it's really good. And this is my toolbox. I normally got my toolbox inside there, but
it's got drinking water there, is it?
And this thing by here, Home Bargains, $1.95.
Home Bargains, $1.95.
There. You just turn it up on edge like that. Look, that tap works here.
Hey.
So that's my stash for coffee. Make some coffee.
That's marvellous, that is, man.
But I got a mate, but lives works about half a mile down the road from me, a young lad. Hell of a good mechanic and honest. You don't find many of them, do you?
No.
And he's got a big one. And you'd swear that it was factory made. Oh, he did a marvellous job. It's like a caravan inside. I said, we spent a couple of grand on this. I know, about 20. This is before
20 grand or 20 quid?
20 grand. So, I always saying, I want to do this, I want to do this. But I see them on the internet, they're always start at 2.5, and for 2.5, you have a rusty old bucket that's half good. So I haven't bothered. I always told him about this. His father works for you wouldn't know him, there's a company called D Squared. I don't know why. It's on this van, I tried getting it off, tell you about that. But they change their vans. I don't know where they're based, but this guy is from or Trinant Way up there, maybe Abbott's area, I don't know. But anyway, this boy said to me, "Oh, my old man's got to get rid of his works van." He said, "Couldn't. You should buy that." I went, "How much?" And he said, "He wants 1,300 quid for it."
You got this for 1,300?
I'm telling you now. So when he said this to me, I said, "Well, that sounded interesting." He said, "I can swear by it because I've done all the work on it. New radiator, new clutch, and
A fully maintained transit
fully maintained."
for 1,300?
Aye, but when he showed me the van, it was all empty in there, you know. So I thought, oh, just for the crack of being cheeky, I said, "Ask me, he took 12." And he did. So I paid 1,200 for it. And Jamie, this young boy, he said to me afterwards when I had the van down there, I had to buy, do you know what they call a heat gun? It works like a hairdryer, but it's extremely hot.
Is that for taking stickers off?
What do you call decal?
Decals, yeah, they're the stickers for business logos.
Hard business getting it off.
You've got to get a paint scraper and a hairdryer on it.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I spent a couple of days on it. It's still imperfect right here. But when he got me the van and took it out, he said, "Bring it down, I'll give it a once over before he start using it." He done that, and then he says to me, "God, you ain't half lucky." I said, "What do you mean? The price?" I said, "No." He said, "You was that, but..." He said, "There's half a tank of fuel in there."
Wow.
You price that these days, that's more than 40 quid's worth. So I said, "Oh, great." I'm always filling it up, always chucking about 20 quid into it, you know. I got one of these drawers and I've used it to hold that thing.
Oh, there's your gas stove.
My gas stove.
Nice.
And then underneath it, I bought this on the internet. This thing, it's got a top on
Coffee
it.
pot.
There's got a thermometer thing on it.
Thermometer on a coffee pot. That's posh.
So you boil water in it. This is actually a French press, they call it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I do the coffee in. But you put that on to boil, or on the gas stove, and I've learned that when you're making coffee, don't use boiling water. Never right up to boiling point. I can't remember what they said, but it wasn't 90 or something. But I wait for this because there's a red needle on it, shows you where it is. When it gets up to just past 90, I turn it off and I pour that on coffee, and that works wonderful. So yeah, that works lovely. So I am teetering about the idea of putting this along there, but it means that I'd have to take this box out.
Is that a storage box as well there, is it?
Yeah, it's like under
Oh,
there.
yeah.
In there,
Beauty.
loads of stuff in there. And I had just got rid of it.
Mind your curtain railing, your glasses there, mate.
I know it's there. Honda CRV.
Yeah?
Lovely motor.
Yeah, they're good, reliable cars.
Before I had this, and I was using that, I was trying to camp in that, and I was using that blue thing in it. And the inside lengthways wasn't quite enough, you know, and it wasn't level, it was hard work. So I got this and changed over. But, what did I tell you about that CRV? Oh, somebody coming up the road at night, at 11 at night, must have been drunk or something driving, come pissing up my road, smashed at the side of it. I told the insurance company, they sent me to this particular garage who does repairs, and the fellow looked at it and he went, "Take it home, I don't want it here." I said, "Why is that?" He said, "Well, apart from the damage you can see, you need a new door, you need a new wing." He said, "The pillar that door is on is whacked out of place."
Oh, yeah.
I can't do that. I said, "Well, the way you were talking here," I said, "we're talking about £1,000 and the rest," he said.
Yeah.
I said, oh.
Right, more than the value of the vehicle.
Yeah. So, but I didn't have much for it. I had, what do you call it, that 350 excess, and they took that off. The figure I ended up with 1400.
Bastards, aren't they, insurance?
The thing was, I thought to myself, you got two choices here, Ken. You can either moan and groan about it, tackle them on it, like one guy that used to come back before the garage, he'd say, is that all we offered you? Didn't you challenge him on it and all this? And I said, I told him no, I didn't. I said, it's done, it's gone. I'm going to have some money, a fair whack of money, 1,400 quid, chuck in my bank again. I don't want the aggro. I don't want to have to be thinking about this for months.
And I used to do the aggro with insurance companies. They will never change their first offer. They never do. They're bastards. And if you're working in an insurance company, you're a bastard. Remember that.
I was with you then.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I bet you I rang them something like 15 times.
For a Honda?
For over the space of 2 weeks, asking them. This was after I had taken it to the garage and said, take it home. And we're still looking into it. Calls back 2 days, we call back. Still looking into it then. And then eventually, our engineering team have received the vehicle. They're going to do some sort of estimate on it. I said, fair enough, all right. Ring back next week, all right, done that. And I constantly rang back. And this Indian fella eventually, you can tell the way he talked, he got on. He said, I've sent you an email, he said, with our offer. And he said, check your spam folder just in case you've gone the wrong place. And that was that, you know. But it took forever, you know.
Oh, you got a wire up here, have you? What's that? A plug-in for camping?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
In, yeah.
Well, there goes Ken. What a guy. And if you're interested in those kind of van tours, there's a Citroen Roma Home there, a Sprinter there, and another one I forgot there. Subscribe to me there. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da! Oh, hang on. I've got a special outro that I do. No, I'll put my face there, is it? Like that.